you can't tell your kids about the vacations that you take because they're not relaxing. They're not usually kid friendly.
But even the people who take their kids to Walt Disney World, I mean, they're stressed to the max.
Hey, Kat Parker here, and I'm with the founder and director of the place that you've got to get out. You've got to get out, folks, and you've got to get out to Liberty Oak Oasis. And the founder and director, Mark Johnson, joins me.
Hey, how you doing?
Very excited. And I'm super excited because this is a chance to escape our birthplace, Illinois.
Yeah.
So, Mark, why not Illinois to expand Liberty Oak Oasis? And let's at first get at what is Liberty Oak Oasis? It sounds like a dream. It sounds like you wake up and you're like, oh, Liberty Oak Oasis.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, I chose Oasis for a reason, because as an oasis, that's where people seek peace, serenity, getting away from just the dregs of life and what wears you down. And I've found, going over the last 5 or 6 years of my own personal journey that we can get into maybe one day with another story of how people kind of just hold it all together. And Illinois, where we're at now, and wanting to remove ourselves to Tennessee, to be closer to my family, because I think family is everything. My mom and my dad and my sister, they all live in the Nashville area. And when I started looking at what was I going to do with the last half of my life, because I'm halfway to 100. I don't tell people I'm 50. I tell them I'm halfway to 100, because I seem to get a lot more respect that way.
You look younger in the Liberty Oak Oasis.
Is that? Yeah, I'll take off my hat. The Hair Club for Men.
Liberty Oak Oasis hat.
Hair Club for Men would definitely want to sponsor our next videos if I took my hat off. So, but Liberty Oak Oasis is a retreat space, first and foremost. We began this process, my wife and I did, in knowing that we wanted to serve people. We wanted to serve people who had sort of the roughest time over the last 4 or 5 years. And if you really look at what's happening with pastors leaving churches and veterans coming back from Afghanistan and everything else that's happening in our society with the stresses and just how the tensions have been with those people, we wanted to support them, and we wanted to find a way to help them have a place where they could work on their mental health struggles. And so that's how things began. That jumped off to us looking for a property. And then that's when we decided that the property wasn't going to be in Illinois because of the way that Illinois is being governed, the doubling of the gas tax, all these things. So then that's when we decided that we would start looking, and originally it was going to be Kentucky is where I first looked. My uncle also, my dad's twin brother lives in Kentucky and have family there, not too far from my parents in Nashville. And then we ended up also along the way looking in 10, 15 properties in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
When you say property, how big we talking?
Well, we started at about 15 to 20 acres. And then we decided that maybe we needed something bigger, and now we've landed sort of in the middle, and we're at about 35 or 40 acres right now, with the chance of the property that we have, we might be able to buy 25 extra in the plot next to us. But there's a lot of land out there, and it's not expensive, but that doesn't mean people want to go there to camp or retreat or whatever. They might come once, but they're not going to come back. So there's a real matrix, a teeter-totter of how do you choose a piece of property, and why do you think it's going to work? So that's where we're at.
It'd be nice if Illinois could literally separate from itself and specifically where we're at, Central Illinois, and just cut in half and then join Tennessee.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
There's a state there in between us, Kentucky. But I think that this is going to be a chance for people to get out. And I say, all the time, I think that this would be something that is going to save people from themselves. So you talked about the mental health issues and things like that. So what parts and amenities would it actually create this Liberty Oak Oasis piece that you're talking about that I could find not only as a veteran, because that's an amazing aspect of it too, the mental health of those coming back from Afghanistan, but for somebody like me, just somebody who lives in Illinois that can't take it anymore, simply.
Someone who feels abused by the state government, and you have your own mental health issues surrounding that. There's going to be an ability. First of all, it's proven getting out in nature, being around water and birds and hiking and all of that. It's been psychologically proven to have an immense impact on people's sense of centeredness and well-being and all of those sorts of issues. But primarily, I've been involved in a ministry called Celebrate Recovery since 2009, and during that time, I was a ministry leader, helping people with a lot of these sorts of things, of what they'd been going through, how they were trying to deal with it, how they were falling down and not being successful, encouraging people to keep getting back up, and all of those things. So my wife and I will be on the property, managing the property, and we will be a resource. She also is a nurse, but we also would look to the neat thing about what's coming up with the internet and Wi-Fi and Elon Musk with Starlink and high-speed internet, is that we'll be able to have people that I know and a network of people that I know that we can have a pastor come on site and then be able to have a telehealth, basically sit in a cabin next to a pond, and after he went fishing, be able to come in and have a 30 or 45-minute session with a private one-on-one counselor.
So what's the goal? Is the goal to completely remove yourself from society? Because that would be, amazing, but also scary. And I don't know if I would want to jump into something that would totally remove me from society, Mark.
Sure. No. Well, you get to return. This isn't intended to be people coming and living there, permanently. So this allows for people to cycle through. They're able to come through for a 3 or 4 or 5 day stretch. And then work on the things, have an agenda that they want to work on, and then allow for us to facilitate that. Additionally, if someone wants to come and they want to jet ski on Center Hill Lake, which is only 10 minutes from the property, they want to be able to go fishing, they want to go hiking, they want to go kayaking to the base of a huge waterfall, Burgess Falls. They want to do any of those things. They
go to the drive-in.
Go. There's a drive-in that's 5 minutes away. It's called Sparta Drive-In. It's rated one of the best drive-ins in the country.
I feel like this is like a chance for you to actually have like some sort of story to bring back to the kids. You can't tell your kids about the vacations that you take because they're not relaxing. They're not usually kid-friendly. A lot of the vacations promoted out there are binge drinking type.
Cabo.
And
even the parents.
Miami spring break, woo!
But even the people who take their kids to Walt Disney World, they're stressed to the max, because we want people to come to Liberty Oak Oasis and know what they're going to do when they get there. So, and then we're going to create the pathways of, you want to go kayaking? Okay, we can arrange that. You want to go hiking? We can arrange that too. And help people know that when they get there, they don't have to figure it out all on their own. They just need to tell us through our website, which would be at libertyoakoasis.com in the future. We'll have a form up there. What do you want to do when you visit? Check the boxes, and then we'll let them know what though of course there's always going to be an additional charge. But it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be that great. But then they're not having to pick up the phone to 6 or 7 different places and make arrangements and scheduling and get the tickets and all those sorts of things. So we do want to help people come stay like a traditional Airbnb, but with us being on site, we're going to be able to help make that experience, much greater.
Relax and reset.
Yep. Relax and reset.
And reset.
That's right.
And I think that's something that's really needed, at least for a lot of states, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dealing with the abuse from state government, U.S. government, and removing yourself from that, especially veterans who might be coming back from Afghanistan, veterans who are seeing what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this country.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Thanks so much, Mark. I'm so excited to take this journey with you. Guys, be sure to hit the little bell and like and subscribe. And we're going to be publishing these videos every Sunday. Relax and reset with Liberty Oaks Oasis.